Hey, welcome to another episode of Two Dads, Six Daughters, our weekly, I don't know what to call it, it's a podcast or a vlog. The podcast actually is audio, and a vlog is audio and video. Although I am lifting the audio for this and making it available for those who just can only listen.
Like I saw that on Spreaker.
On Spreaker, yes. So I have that up like that too. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm a one-man show over here, man. You know, you could help a brother. You could help a brother out, man. He laughs at me, y'all. He laughs.
I'm too busy doing nothing to help, man.
What are you doing? Not a damn thing, but I'm busy at it, man. I'm busy.
I feel like that. I got a lot. I got a lot of these things going on too. And it's interesting. This man, I would grab the book, but I don't have it. It's in my bag. But it talks about our generation, being the first generation to basically, all these things that you're doing. You're building a legacy.
I'm trying, man. Trying.
This is so 100 years from now they'll be able to see these podcasts or vlogcasts, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And they'll get to know who we are. And so it's kind of it used to be only famous people were able to kind of do that, have a show,
True.
Leave their mark. Now on Facebook and on these different places, everybody has a social media mark.
They got a platform.
And they're saying that you should be. For the people who are just, being stupid, just be conscious of that. You want things that are out there that you'll be proud of, or things that you don't mind people looking at 100 years from now and saying, okay, as opposed to like, damn.
Yeah. Well, you're right. You keep moving around, man. I'm trying to keep you centered,
young
man.
Sorry.
Stay one spot, man. In or out, man. In or out.
Stay, La Puerta.
La Puerta. It's my grandmother, man. I opened the door. She was on the toilet. She's like, La Puerta, the door. Sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, she's like, that's the only memory I got there, Tony. She's like, Antonio. Now she's Italian. She's an Italian woman, too.
She's an Italian woman who spoke no
Why
English.
Why you don't be like your brother?
She only spoke Spanish, but she was Italian. So, it's one of those things, man. So how the girls, man?
Girls are good, man. First week back. So everybody's excited. I think the jitters are over. And they're ready to rock and roll, baby.
So what grades are we in now?
We got third grade, or as a friend of mine, Yogi Patel would say, third grade.
Third grade.
We got Sydney's in seventh, which is kind of that one makes my stomach nervous every time I don't even like to think about that one.
Man.
And then Skylar's in sixth because I know seventh. Next thing you know, is like college.
Man.
And speaking of college. Olivia now is in college.
Olivia, we moved her last week, and she's living on campus. And I got to be honest with you, man. This has been tough on me. I can't speak for my wife. It's hard, man. Yeah. I'm used to having my kids around me, at least my two youngest kids around me. And AJ grew up away from me, and I never forgive myself for that. I've always beat myself up for that. But Olivia is moved on campus, and I miss her because Olivia's loud. She's loud. She talks loud. And she's just a loud child, and I miss all that noise, and I miss seeing her. I hug her. I used to hug her every day. I hug her every day, man, and it hurts. It does, but it's all I talked to my mom about that today because I said, man, I don't see how you and Dad did that.
She said, we never liked you that much.
My mother's Italian too, man. My mother's Italian but speaks Spanish.
It's the only accent I can do. Kinda.
So, but she was saying that my dad used to tell her all the time. Well, they didn't run away. We know this is all for the good that they're doing this, right? And but man, it's I ain't gonna lie, it's tough, man. It's tough. And then Maria, my youngest, is going to be 14 on Monday, and she has been nothing short of an angel through this whole thing because she's been very patient. She's been letting Olivia have all the shine with no problem and all that stuff like that. So. I'm tempted to go out and, buy her a new tennis racket, even though I just bought her one like 4 months ago.
Go ahead, man.
But I don't want to reward her for something that she should be doing for her sister. You know what I'm saying?
But you're proud of her.
I am proud of her. And I told her that. I've told her that a couple of times. I says, man, you've been gracious and just been nice and all good and,
There's something for that. That needs to be commended.
Yeah, because she could have.
I think we raised our kids kind of weird these days. I think our kids, it's hard for them to do that.
Yeah, and she's been great about it, man. But Olivia is living with her roommate, and she's. They went today. They had pizza, and her roommate has a car, so they went shopping a little bit and came back, and so she's grown up, man. What are you gonna do? She auditioned last night for ADC. That's the Ashley Leanne Dance Company, the big deal here in town. She was on the junior company already, and she auditioned for senior company last night, and she found out this morning that she made it. So,
she's a bad girl.
She's tough. She's a tough dancer, man. She's really phenomenal. And I'm just not saying that because I'm her dad. Because if you put the dad factor in, she's exceptional. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the fact that Tony, I don't even know if you can even just walk on beat.
No.
I see Olivia, and she is just I'm like, Jashana, boy, thank God for Jashana.
Well, because Jashana, my wife Jashana, she took dance lessons as a kid.
Okay.
So she has a lot of rhythm. Maria doesn't really have the dance gene. She has more of the athletic and the academic gene. Although Olivia's very smart too academically, but Maria loves tennis. The two biggest things for her right now are tennis and One Direction. Their movie comes out Friday, and she's going to see that. Yes,
my girls are also on One Direction. And this is a sidelight, Tony. I know back in Galveston, I understand you used to beat people up to the beat, though.
I did beat people to a beat, though. I could do that. Yeah.
Turn my music on, and
and they
beat them down to a beat.
When the phrase "bang bang the boogie" came out, that was really, I took that literally. So it was one of those things, man. But but it's been tough, man. I mean, like I said, I miss her. I miss seeing her because, I'd be down here working on projects. She'd come down here and we talk for 10 minutes, and then she'd go back upstairs, and then she'd come back down here again, and we talk for a little while longer and stuff. And I miss that. I missed our talks we'd have in the bedroom when I'd be like watching a game, and she'd come in and we'd talk. I miss all that, man. But I say that to say that, to be honest, man, there's been a couple of times where I've been close to tears, to be honest, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because even now I feel that way because I just miss her being around me. AJ, like I said, AJ grew up in Texas, and I will never forgive myself for that. But it is what it is. But these two girls grew up with me around them every day. Mm-hmm. And now to have one that's not around is more painful than I thought it would be. It's been tough, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been kind of hard. But you gotta let her spread her wings. You gotta let her fly, man. So.
Man. When I dropped them off, I told you a couple weeks ago on vacation, the baby got me, and I'm like, but I unlike you who haven't cried your whole life, I shed tears frequently. Mr. Pent Up,
Yeah. When it's my time, I'm just gonna explode. They'll be scraping me off the walls because it's just.
Or fart. You might fart.
I might do that too. Yeah. Could go either way at this point, man.
That could happen. That was it. It was wet. It was like a tear. It was a tear fart. Hold on, Tony. My wife. Yes. Okay, down here. Okay, I'm on the air, babe. I'll check. I'll take care of it. All right.
We good?
I'm on the air.
I'm on the air.
Babe's like, oh, you're on the air? You're a check tied to that on the air, mister? Oh, really? I am. Yeah, you're on the air?
She is not doing
she did just say that. She's like, lady the baby dog just pooped somewhere. So.
Oh, okay.
This is where my life is.
So you gotta clean it up, man.
Yes.
Do we have to stop the show so you can go clean it up and come back?
Yes. No. She's down here now.
Oh, okay.
So,
man,
lady. My wife said, "Don't treat her poorly." Okay, I'm sorry, lady. So anyway, man. Tom Brokaw.
So, man, I was looking at some of the news today that Johnny Gill has filed a $1 million lawsuit against the Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly Hills because he's alleging that some white man at the hotel called him the N-word and then beat him so bad that he couldn't perform.
What?
Did you hear about that? I saw that on the internet today. What is that
Man, I
about?
missed that one. What?
Johnny can't fight, man. Johnny can't throw no. Johnny can't fight, man.
See, you know what's weird is
He
that
can't
is
throw no
funny.
balls,
Like,
man.
I know party. That's such a. It is a double standard, but it is. That's the first thing. The first thought, again, the guys do have is what?
I mean,
He beat you.
He beat you. You one on one. I mean, I could understand it was a gang of dudes that jumped on you. I mean, even two guys, but one dude one on one, man, you couldn't take him in the hotel.
Man,
I don't know, man.
My.
Later reports had the man identified as a fair weather friend. And apparently it rubbed Johnny the wrong way.
You're killing me.
I can't think of no more songs, man. I can't think of no more songs. So
that's pretty much it.
You know, he actually said also, speaking of Johnny Gill, that you know what, the new edition reality show that's been on the drawing board, it may not happen.
Not gonna happen.
You know, it may, you know, it's like it's not kind of looking that way. But is there that much interest in New Edition to have a reality show though? I mean, if we got the Jacksons in a reality show and nobody watched that, are we going to watch New Edition?
Well, only with Bobby.
See,
with Bobby, yeah.
Yeah. And Bobby would have to be in every scene.
Man, you know what? That Johnny Gill story is freaking me out, man.
I mean, you know, I was like,
his manhood is threatened.
His manhood is threatened, man. I mean, he can't. Eddie Murphy can fight. We've seen that in the movies. He knows how to throw a right, man. And you know, ain't he tight with Barry Bonds? He sang at Barry's wedding. You might have to roll it up, man. He might have to roll it up.
You might. It's too bad that it's a double standard, but yeah, getting beat down by one guy and you can't perform, and he called you an N-word.
Yeah,
called you a nigga. You get to fight for that on this anniversary of the March on Washington.
Really, huh, man?
Man, and you know, I wanted to say earlier, man, Maria Loves Tennis. Make sure you guys watch together the Venus and Serena. If you haven't watched, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great. It's very inspirational. You know, it's just like having girls, since that's what we talk about, and these girls, you know, Venus and Serena, phenomenal, and just it really just is inspiring for I think dads and girls. I mean, Richard Williams. It's amazing. Like you know, this guy, he wrote like a 72-page document about what he wanted them to be, and that's what they are. It's like what before they were born,
or when they were very little, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And to see a 11-year-old Venus Williams talk about what she wants to do, and then 9 years later win Wimbledon.
That's crazy.
I think again, all fathers, and then that was one more thing, but. Yeah, man. So make sure you guys watch it together.
Yeah, we'll have to do that, man. I think we can get it. I think we can get it on demand.
Exactly.
I demand that it play right now. So
exactly on demand.
One of those things like that, man. So also saw the story about the preacher who's banning women, I guess men too, from the congregation. If you wear weave, you can't come to church. Can he do that?
He can. Good luck, brother.
I mean, your wife doesn't wear weave, but if she did. How do you think she would react to that? If that were her church,
going to church.
She would. Okay. So how would you feel? Would you be offended by that? Would you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, in theory, it's almost like him saying he's basically saying that, you know, I have a lower income congregation. Y'all shouldn't be spending $300 on weaves.
But that's not for him. That's not for him to do, right?
And so. It's just, you know, I think it's just kind of overstepping the bounds. Or at the same time, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to manage the funds of your whole flock? And I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I mean, it just seems like, you know, it just seems like extreme.
He's overreaching.
Yeah, but that's what happens at church.
But don't it say in the Bible, "Come as you are"?
Well. Yeah, it does say come as you are.
Yeah.
Without Yaki number 647. No. That's the weak stop.
What's that called? The henny? What's it called? I don't know. I don't know any weave speak, man. So
I know we don't have we didn't do our research.
No.
But no, I just think that the people, there's probably more reaction outside the church than inside the church, because the people inside the church know this guy and probably are used to his ridiculous directives.
Well, I mentioned earlier today talking about it that, you know, I think it's one of two things. Either one, he wants the weave money for the church, or 2, he messing around with somebody who got a weave, and he's trying to throw everybody off.
Is that right, Columbo?
I'm taking a page from your conspiracy theorist mindset, man. So you're the conspiracy theorist.
Look here, Jim Rockford.
I want to be Mannix. Remember Mannix, man?
Mannix, man. Mannix and Peggy, baby.
Man, but was Mannix hitting that man? Was he hitting Peggy, man?
Yeah.
He was?
Peggy.
But see, I don't know. Mannix got shot in the arm so many times. How was that arm even useful anymore? That thing should have just been a limp noodle. He got shot every week. He got shot in the same damn arm, man.
Mannix.
How many bullets can one arm take?
Oh, I'm okay. Mannix, okay. If you had to be one, though, Mannix, McLeod, Kojak, or Columbo?
Oh, Kojak.
Yeah.
Kojak was cool. Kojak had swag, man.
And he had honeys, too.
And he had honeys, too, man, you know.
I thought you were going to say McLeod in a nod to Galveston.
No, man, McLeod? No. And Columbo. they use the same theme song for all the episodes. The different shows, man. They were on a budget back then, weren't they, man? We got you on a 4-story rotation. So it was that was the Columbo, McMillan and wife, McLeod, and there was one more. Wasn't there one more? Wasn't there 4? Was it? Wasn't Police Story?
No.
Police Woman?
No. Because hers was.
Angie Dickinson had a rack, man, back in the day.
Why though we were kids, how did you know she was a bad chick, man?
Yeah, she was bad. She just
had past her prime. She wasn't young either.
No.
Even as a little boy, you were like, I don't know, something. My stomach feels funny. Where's my sock?
My ex-wife, may she rest in peace, she told me one time when she was little, her brother Wayne come out of the bath. They were really little. He came out the bathroom, and apparently he had a little chubby going, right? And he was in his drawers, right? And she go, Wayne, why you got that stick in your drawers? Her father was like, shut up, girl. That was crazy. Oh, man, them stories from back in the day. There's another preacher who was apparently grabbed some headlines, too, because he was supposed to marry this couple, but he wouldn't perform the ceremony because he said the bride's dress was inappropriate.
Well, he does have that right.
He does have that right. And see, to me, that and the other preacher story we just talked about, out of the two, this one seems more plausible.
The dress being inappropriate. But inappropriate is relative to someone's taste, though. It's in the eye of the beholder, man.
Yeah, you know, she come in
these days.
She come in there looking like Trina. I mean, you know, you can't go around.
The minister, anytime the minister says "damn" before he does the ceremony, that's not a good sign. Damn. Sir.
Stop that! Now stop that. Oh man, I don't know, man.
Speaking of that, did you see the Judge Joe Brown video?
Yeah, we put it up on our website, on the radio show and stuff. Man, he was throwing the F-bomb and cussing. Clearly, he was drunk. But he's a little salty about his show getting canceled, huh?
Why did it feel like he was in Sprules, though? That's the part. Judge Joe Brown. Oh, it looked like he was in Sprules, man. I don't know, where was he? Makes $20 million a year. Where was Judge Joe Brown?
Did you know that Judge Judy makes more money per year than Alex Rodriguez?
Wow.
I mean, and it's not even close. I think he does like what, 27, maybe 29 million a year. She does like $47 million a year. Wow.
Do you get it? My brother-in-law loves Judge Judy, so I watch it a lot with him. But when I'm over there, I don't get her. I mean, I get it, but don't get it. You know what I mean? Like she irritates me.
Me too.
I'm more of a fan of.
But they all irritated me.
Well, I'm more. I love. What's his name?
Judge Alex.
Judge from Detroit. Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis.
I love Judge Mathis.
Is he still on?
I don't know. I can't find him anymore.
well, if he ain't on in D.C., he ain't on, man.
He's on, but he's we don't. Yeah, we've lost him. He used to be a part of our recording lineup. I don't know what happened.
No longer in the queue.
No longer queued up, right?
Hey, man, did we talk about this? Did you ever see Joe Torre on Cinemax?
No, but Allison did.
Oh, man.
Allison said she saw. Baby, did you find the phone? Go ahead and get it. They can't see you. Allison's getting her phone. She's new though, so. Hey, babe. You're not in front of the camera.
If she wants to step in and say hello, she's more than welcome to. I haven't talked to Allison in I don't know how long, man.
Yeah, man, you haven't talked to Allison in 26 years. That's something.
Yeah.
She's topless. She doesn't want to.
Well, I completely understand it.
Drive the rating. That will drive the rating.
It would drive the hits.
It really would.
Yeah, the hits will go up.
They really would. Right. It'd be back to the minister again.
No.
Real?
Sweet. My wife was washing. I was at work today. She texted me. She says, "I'm gonna wash my car." I said, "All right, what are you gonna wear?" She said, "I don't know." I said, "You should wear like an undershirt and some real short shorts." She was like, "Right." Yeah, she goes, "Right." Yeah, right. You're gonna get me arrested. Because we used to have these neighbors of mine, man, and they used to be swingers. And,
you mean neighbors like next door neighbors?
Yeah, right. Next door neighbors, man. Like the guy, the husband. Well, no, the wife lives next. The wife of the couple I'm talking about. The guy next door was hitting that, and the husband knew.
Wow.
So it was like, man.
So, I mean, all those years I used to stay at the crib. Yeah. I could run back. Got some sugar.
Yeah, man. Because she used to like work in her garden in a bikini.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy. I didn't know it until they moved out, and the old man that used to live across the street, Mr. Christian, he told me.
I'm a Christian. No, my last name is Christian.
His last name is Christian. Yeah, he asked me for some Viagra one. You got any Viagra? I was like, nah, man. I said, what are you gonna do with it?
Next door is off the chain, buddy.
I guess so.
Get armed.
I'm the last to know anything around here, man. But my neighborhood, man. I mean, our subdivision. You had like people that live behind us. He was messing around with the people two houses down with the wife, and then like 8 years ago, there was a lady who was messing with her pastor.
How did y'all know this?
I mean, word just got out.
Damn, talkative neighborhood.
My wife would tell me, and I was like, who? And I still don't know who did what, because a couple of people still live in the neighborhood. I have no idea who they are. So
I don't know who they are.
I have no idea. So I don't know.
But Tony, this week, tomorrow, is the actual 50th anniversary of the March on Washington here in the DMV. Mm-hmm. And, I was just looking at the information, and I was just thinking, the organizers for the March on Washington, the one we're celebrating took place in '63, but the original one was scheduled for like 1941. And Bayard Rustin and A. Philip Randolph, they were trying to do the march then. So I was thinking, man, that's the 20.
How many people know that though?
I know. And so Roosevelt, they were going to do the march. Roosevelt basically, they were pushing for jobs and equal opportunity fairness then. And Roosevelt and actually threw some support behind it. They didn't do the march. But I just thought about, man, just think, so 20 years later, now Bayard Rustin, I may be pronouncing his name, whatever, incorrectly, but he's finally getting the credit
just due.
That is just due. Mm. And A. Philip Randolph, because when people think of the march, you think of the historic I Have a Dream speech and Dr. Martin Luther King.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I was just thinking, man, these guys were putting it on the line, dude. Just
back in 1941, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For decades. And I was thinking about our generation and how we always say we stand on the shoulders of our great, leadership. But I don't think that's enough. I really don't think that's enough. I think we're at a point where we have to do something. Mm-hmm. Standing on the shoulders is like, thank you, yes, okay, what y'all gonna do? Mm-hmm. And when you see the John Lewis, who was there, when he was 19 years old then.
Oh,
And
when he was
now,
beaten within an inch of his life.
yeah,
Yeah.
and now just to know what he's seen his whole life,
Mm-hmm.
and look at us now.
Mm-hmm.
I know a part of him in the private moments has to be like, yeah, this is cool. I mean, yes, we have an African American president and we make gains, but I think what's missing is the people like you and I on the grind in our daily life making a difference. So tomorrow, I know people can't make it, but maybe we can meditate on that,
Yeah.
or even think about for the upcoming years. I know for me, I want some kind of legacy to get started. If it's I don't know what it's going to be specifically, but I'll work on that.
Well, your legacy is going to use your children, man. Your
But
children,
in addition to that,
and
I'm just saying.
how you raise them with the morals and standards that you're doing. That's your legacy, right
Well,
there.
that's in addition to them.
Yeah.
I'm saying because those people, they had their families too, but the fellow man part was huge.
Mm-hmm.
I think my grandfather was a printer, but he had a trade school, and so he taught generations of servicemen how to print. And in fact, as small as Springfield is, there's this young lady, I can't think of her name. She's like a famous gay woman, and she fights for gay rights. She's like I guess she would be considered a legend because I think she probably would be near in the 90s now.
So she would be a legendary lesbian.
Yes, in fact, she is. And she was one of the students at my grandfather's school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because I think there may have been some bad blood there or whatever. No. But I just think about that's legacy. When people can say, "Wow, I got out of service and I learned a trade," and blah 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 blah. So I'm just trying to think, what to do with this. We're now in the second half of our lives, my brother.
Oh yeah. What's going to happen next, man? And then there's Miley Cyrus. Why are people so up in arms about Miley Cyrus twerking and grinding on Robin Thicke at the VMAs? I don't, it's
are they up in arms, man? Are people?
They're up. I mean, people are criticizing her and all that stuff.
Wives?
I mean, it's like. It's show business, y'all. It's show business.
Yeah.
Why she did that, you have to ask her. She doesn't need to do that. She can sing. She clearly can sing. She can act. She can do all. She's got talent. Why she stooped to that level? Hey, she's 20 years old.
And
there's a lot of stuff that you did when you were 20. That you're probably embarrassed and or ashamed of. I know I am.
Well, and I don't think, and like you said, for her, in defense of her. It really does seem entertainment-ish too. I think it's very much entertainment. It's like we're not talking about like with Britney Spears going crazy or even the Rihanna, doing, these drugs, all these kind of things that are going on away from the entertainment. Miley Cyrus really is it's almost like it's totally entertainment driven. Mm-hmm. Why would she do it? Well, you were a teen star. And now you're trying to segue into that catch the headlines, Madonna, Lady Gaga type thing. It feels like, I think to us, she's trying too hard.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I mean, at least it's entertainment. At least it is really we're talking about something that really is just something going down on stage, not something away from stage. And in this world that the news cycle is every 1 minute, it's working. I think it's actually working because the Miley Cyrus because our kids were, I guess, fans when they were coming up. That Miley Cyrus is no longer.
Right.
It probably more so to us it is because we remember her as a little girl, but to our kids, she's a whole different thing. Love it or hate it, she's something different, which is hard to do that.
How do you? We're both fathers. If our daughters did that, as a father, how would you feel? I think I'd be hurt. I'd be embarrassed. I think I would think somewhere I failed. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. How would you feel if as a father of a 20-year-old who goes on national TV or worldwide TV and does what she did? I mean, as a father, how would that make you feel?
Well, I think that's entertainment. I think that's sadly the game that you opened up the can of worms, and so I'm not as I'm not as outraged. I'm not as outraged because again, it's not like she's on the streets hooking or she's dancing in a club. It's entertainment. It
Right.
was everything she did. Twerking is entertainment. It's not something that, and so so as a father, I think again, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he has to go that route.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The thing that's crazy about it, Miley Cyrus, is because she can sing. Because people say, well, why is she doing that? I think what it is, and we know it, entertainment isn't about being a good singer anymore.
True.
It's like what she's doing right now. She's dominating the Twitter sphere, and people are talking about it. So she's doing what they do.
Was that her goal?
I think so. And the thing about her, the thing that she does have that Rihanna doesn't have, is Miley Cyrus actually can sing. So she can be crazy and party girl at 20, image wise, and then hit them with product that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of these acts can't do. They really, all they got is the image. You know what I mean? This
Right.
image is everything. So I think that's the part. And again, I don't feel like people feel like she's out of control, but I think it's only because she's all this little dancing and stuff. But compare her to Britney Spears or to all those other Disney stars that got all this stuff jumping off with drugs and
Lindsay
going
Lohan.
crazy. Lindsay Lohan. It's not even close. It really is just like.
Well, I guess when you put it like that. But I'm just saying, but as a father, though, as Billy Ray Cyrus, you have to. I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for him.
I think probably you're culpable.
Yeah.
That's the challenge. I think you're probably culpable by how you lived your life, what you exposed them to, how you raised your daughter, And again, I can't, if my daughter, again, so let's say my daughter's Miley Cyrus, and she's saying, this is what I want to do. This is the plan. I think that aspect of it, if you raise your child in entertainment, I can respect it. I can totally disagree with it, but I could say, okay, as opposed to if somebody was just doing it like, just going crazy.
But how would you feel if one of your children, you saw a video of them on Facebook twerking at the age they are now?
Would
that would be a problem?
Yeah, but it would be a problem. But I think it's unrealistic for these kids to be in all this environment and not have a take. See, Olivia and my daughter. Sydney, they're dancers. So knowing the latest dance, that's going to happen. So when we're not around, somebody they know is twerking, and they probably are too. And so it's one of those things where I wouldn't be super shocked if I saw it going down, because that's what they do. I mean, every dancer knows how to twerk.
No, why do I hate you right now, man?
yeah, Olivia knows how to twerk. I'm sorry, brother. Definitely Olivia knows how to twerk. No, but what I'm saying, it's funny because I remember that term. It's like twerking from a standpoint of now. It's like strip clubs and all this kind of pop culture. But then in New Orleans, there was I guess bounce. There was a whole bounce kind of thing where this so it was a guy who's a cross dresser, and I can't think of his name, but he kind of made it famous, and it was almost a type of twerking, and so this has been going on for years. But it's just interesting how when a Miley Cyrus twerks, quote unquote, it just changes the whole thing. But it's almost like Jay-Z's latest album. He has a song like that that mentions that. It's like basically, twerk, Miley, twerk. So Miley, because it's almost like when that happens, there's that term they always say, jump the shark with the fawns.
Mm-hmm.
When Miley Cyrus is twerking, is that like now grandma's going to be twerking? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where the thing that used to be hip or used to be something that only the cool kids did or the cutting edge people do now all of a sudden the Pillsbury Doughboy twerking.
Twerking, man.
You know,
Well, he does that, he's going to get an infection.
sir. His rolls could be swollen. So Tony, if you saw a video of Olivia twerking,
Mm-hmm.
but just twerking, like dancing, how would you feel?
Oh, I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy.
Even if she's just dance, even
in the context of dance, even in the context of dance, I wouldn't be happy. But I think, like Billy Ray Cyrus, there's really not a whole lot you can do when your child is 18 or older. There's not a really. I mean, my wife says you need to quit telling Olivia she's 18, she can do this and that. Well, it's not so much like just throwing her out there to the world. It's more like something she's gonna have to figure out on her own. Now, I would give her my input. I would say, I know you love to dance, but I think you need to draw the line somewhere as to what you will and will not do. You know, I said, but in the end, it's up to you. You know what's best if that's what you want for a career. I'm not comfortable seeing my daughter on a video twerking, but there's really nothing I can do about it. Now, Maria, who's 13, soon to be 14, oh yeah, I shut it down.
No twerking.
I shut it down. You know, I mean, that's just me. You know.
What about the butt? They doing the butt.
They're doing the butt. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about that. Same thing.
No the butt. No percolator. No twerking.
No dropping it like it's hot.
Dropping it like it's hot. And I gotta be honest, I'm on the fence with the wobble. I want to be honest with you.
Not the wobble.
I'm on the fence with the wobble. No wobbling up in here. But see, that's the part that's funny. Then you really do I think as a parent, it does become crazy, like you on an intense. No twerking, Olivia. It's kind of like, okay, Dad.
But then you're saying twerk. That's what they're hearing. Twerk your ass off, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. It is 2 dads and 6 daughters. Our weekly, we'll call it a show. Our weekly show.
There you go.
Where we talk about pop culture and we talk about our daughters. So there you go. We're going to wrap it up here. We've gone a little past our 30-minute mark here, man. But good conversation, man.
As always, brother, love you and take care. Hug the kids for me and the lovely wife. And too bad you guys missed out on the freaky deaky in the neighborhood. Ding dong.
I'm
Hello?
good. Avon calling.
I'm the other man with African American and Hispanic in one shot. Come on in, guys.
Come on in. It's like the Rainbow Coalition jackpot.
I brought chicken. What?
I brought tortillas.
We're not eating.
No.
Tony, we're not eating in this party.
You're not eating. Well.
Not that.
2 dads and 6 daughters, man. Next week, dude.
Have a good one, bro.